Welcome back to the Arbitrage YouTube channel. In today's class, we are going to learn how to make this beautiful sleeveless, simple A-line top. It's a very simple tutorial. I will take you through how to cut and sew this in this class. If this is something you would like to learn, kindly stay tuned to the end of this tutorial. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to be cutting this directly on my fabric. It's just a simple A-line top. But if you want it to be fuller, you can cut in form of a flare, but mine is going to be a line. Okay, I'm doing this for a size 16, so the bust is 46. Yes, the bust I'm working with is 46. So the first thing you will need to notice how wide you want the hem to be. Okay, because that's what you use to fold your fabric. So for me, I want my hem to be around, I want it to be around um I'm going to be using like 1 yard 36 inches for the front. That's the hem. Can you see? That's how wide my hem is going to be. 36 inches for the back. So it does not have a zipper because the neckline is wide enough for the hair to go through. So you just fold your fabric if you are cutting both front and back together. So I'll just measure what I need. My hem for the front, I'm going to measure my hem for the front. Can you see? And then I'll fold into two, so that way I will already have my front and back. So for you to be able to cut, remember we cut on half scale, so you are going to fold again. That's folding into four. Okay, that is how you are going to be able to cut it on half scale. So once you fold it into four, you are going to lay it on your cutting table and you arrange it properly. So now that we have done this, the next thing is to take our measurement. It's very simple to make, like I mentioned. So I'm going to first mark the length. The length that I want to work with, full length, is 30, but I want it to have, I want to hem it. So I'm going to be adding 1 inch for hemming, and I'm going to mark 31 inches. So can you see? I'm marking 31 inches, and then I'll go ahead and make this into a straight line. So once you have this, this is the open part, this is the fold part. So this fold part is going to be your center front and your center back, while this open part is going to be the side. So on the closed side now, I'm going to take my shoulder measurement. The shoulder is 16, divided by 2 is 8. So here I'm going to mark 8 inches. And then the for the neckline, I'm going to be using 3.5 inches weight for the both of them. Then for the depth, I want to use 2 inches for the back, and for the front I want to use 8 inches. The front is a V neckline, so you grab your curved ruler now and then connect like this for your back, and then for the front you are going to make your V neckline to the 8 inches or whatever inch, but just make sure that it is big enough, especially if you are not putting zipper like me. It has to be big enough for the person to be able to wear it comfortably. So here I'm going to come down by 1 inch for my shoulder slope, and then I'm going to connect it like this. So that is for my shoulder slope. So for the armhole is 9 inches. So from here I'm going to mark 9 inches, and then on that point, you don't need so much measurement for this. On that 9 inches point, I'm going to take my bust divided by 4. Bust divided by 4 for me is 11.5. So depending on how free you want it to be on the bust area, you can add half an inch for his, half an inch for seam allowance, or 1 inch. So I'm just add extra 1.5 inches for both ease and seam allowance. So once you have this now, you are going to create your armhole curve. So for my armhole curve here, I'm going to mark my shoulder again, and then I'm going to make it into a straight line so that I can have my armhole line. So for this, I'm not going to be going in. I'm using the same measurements for both front and back. So I'll just take my curve and connect it, but I don't want the shoulder to get to the tip of the shoulder. So here I'm going to come in by 1 inch. Okay, that's me reducing this is where my actual shoulder stop. I came in by 1 inch, and I'm going to connect my armhole from there. If you want yours to be on your shoulder, you can go ahead and work with your shoulder like that. So now what I'm doing now is connecting from that new 1 inch all the way to my armhole. Can you see? This is my armhole line. So now this is our measurement. This is where our allowance stop. The next thing is to just connect diagonally all the way to your hem like this. So I'll grab my ruler now and then connect it all the way to the hem, just like this. So once you connect it, you will come up here by 2 to 3 inches so that it will not be just straight on the hem. And then you take your ruler and then slant it to the center, towards the center, not to the center but towards the center. So this is the shape that we have. So this is how we're going to be cutting. You cut the back neckline first before the neck, the front. You cut your shoulder slant, you cut your armhole, then you slant to the hem. When you get to the hem, you cut towards the curve that we created. So I'm going to go ahead now and cut this out. Sorry, my camera stopped recording, so I have gone ahead to cut it, and you can clearly see the shape. This is the shoulder, this is the back neckline, the shoulder, the armhole, and you just slant it like this and then curve it to the front. So here I just cut out a facing because remember it's sleeveless and I don't want my sewing to show. I don't want to use bias to turn the neckline and the armhole. So I just cut a facing long enough to turn my neckline and my armhole for me. A facing is just a smaller version of the main clothes. You can see where it stops. It just stops around the bust point area. You can stop even here. It should just be enough to cover your armhole as well as your neckline. So if you want to give it a full lining, is okay. And if you want to use another fabric for this, but I have enough fabric, that's why I use the main fabric as my facing. So once you have your facing, you will just use it to turn the neckline and the armhole. So can you see? This is it. This is my facing now. What I did was just to sew it on the arm. You place the facing on the main fabric and then you go ahead to sew your neckline and then sew your armhole. Can you see? So once you do this, you are going to notch it. So this is for the back. You do the same thing for the front. So once you turn the neckline and the armhole for the front and back, for you to have a neat shoulder like this, what you just need to do is to open your back. This is my back, and then you slot the front. You slot the front. This is the front like this. Can you see? I have several tutorials on this. I don't know, my camera stopped working, so I've already sewn this. So this is the front and this is the back. Can you see them separately? So what you need to do now is to just open your shoulder. Open your shoulder, your back shoulder or your front shoulder, whichever one. So these ones that you see here, the outer ones are my back, and then I just put the front in between the back and then I sew it. So this is the facing, this is the main fabric for the back, this is the facing for the back. So I just put the front in between the main fabric and the facing for the back. I put the front shoulder, the two of them. Can you see? That's why we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So the backs are going to be the outer ones. That's the facing and the main fabric. So in between them, you just slot your front shoulder and then you sew everything together. So once you do that and you turn it, this is what you are going to have. Your shoulder is going to be neat both in and out. So this is what I have here. So once you are done with that, the next thing is to just go ahead and sew your side. So in order for me to have a clean finish on the armhole like this as well, what I did was just to fold the after placing them on each other, I just placed one of the facing against each other like this. I flipped it in a way that I have two facing and two main fabrics. You can see this is a facing, this is a facing, these two are main fabric, and then I sew it to the side so that by the time I'm done sewing, I'll just flip like this and then it's going to be neat. So when the person raises the arm, there will be no seam allowance showing, and then you just sew it all the way to the hem. I have done this for the two sides. This is the second side. I just, once you place your front and back on each other, you just take one of the facing like this and then place it against the other facing. So you will have the facing together and the main fabrics together. So once you sew the side, once you sew it from your armhole and you are done sewing, the facing that you brought to the back, you just fold it back. That way it will be able to conceal this your seam allowance neatly for you. And this is what you are going to have. So the blouse is done now. The next thing I'm just going to do now is to go ahead and fold my hem. I've weaved everything. I've weaved the hem as well. I'm just going to fold it in either once or twice. Because I have weaved it, I can easily fold it in once so that it will be easy for me to sew. Remember, it's a curve, and you can also fold 2 times. So once you are done with that, you will have your blouse. So you just need to go ahead and give it the proper ironing, and your blouse is ready. So I'll take it to the mannequin so that we can see what it looks like. So this is what it looks like on the table. Can you see? So it's just a simple flare top. Then you can style it with a shirt inside, just like the thumbnail. I can wear it alone depending on how you want it to be. Can you see? This is what it looks like on the back as well. I hope you enjoyed making this beautiful tutorial with me. If you enjoyed this, let us know in the comment section. Like, comment and subscribe to our channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.